Hello guys, welcome to another session. If you're new here, I welcome you to this wonderful channel, and if you are a following subscriber too, I'll welcome you too. So for some quiet time you could see market has been trading in some kind of trend, which is wonderful right over here from the up to the down. So someone can choose to capitalize on that since we weren't able to test what take this liquidity out of the market. Then we started to trade to the upside, giving us a wonderful setup. Let's look at the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame we could see this was Friday. Monday we traded to the downside, entering this fair value gap right over here, which was a nice level to look at afterwards. So my potential view would be market should come to this level, to that level, and see where it moves to. Because you can see markets we dipped into this fair value gap, balancing that range. Then we move to the upside, which was a nice move also. Let me look at the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we could say that market is bullish for now. Then any analysis that you have to take, I have to take, market has to be what, bullish, with a nice view over here as you can see. So on the 15-minute time frame, let me see what happened on the 15-minute time frame. What happened on Monday? On Monday we were in this fair value gap. After higher time frame fair value gap, we could see market broke down to this level, taking out what, all the liquidities out of the market. Afterwards we could see an energetic pull back to the upside, which is nicely done over here. We could see what, nice energetic move to the outside, entering into this fair value gap. Afterwards consolidating for some time. Then we moved energetically back to the upside. Then we came back and rebalanced this range. So for instance, maybe if I would have taken this trade, I would have placed my entry level at this point and my target at this point. Sorry guys. And my target at this point, which is a nice trade too. Afterwards for the D, that would be a nice trade for the D. Then afterwards we would go to, let's see what happened this Tuesday. Markets opened quite well. We could see we made a what, Asian session opened a high. Then afterwards we rebalanced to the downside. When we moved to the downside, we could see what, we tested back into this fair value gap, the higher time frame. Afterwards energetical pull back to the upside. Then we consolidated for some quiet time. Then we entered into this nice order block right over here. So my ideal setup would be, today I wouldn't, maybe I might take a trade because we could see that what, Asian session we weren't able to break any points of it before we entered into London session. So for the London session, we could say what the high and the low, we were consolidating for some time and manipulated to the downside. After manipulating, we could see what an energetic pullback to the upside, taking out this Asian high. So as we can see, Asian high has been taken. We dipped back into this fair value gap, consolidated quite some time before we moved to the upside, because as you can see we are on the 50-minute time frame. Same thing applying to this level too. You could see what market moving to the upside energetically. Afterwards we retraced to the downside with a heavy movement. Then you could see what market moving back to the upside. So for me, my ideal knowledge would be market would try to move to the upside. Afterwards then we retrace back to the downside. Maybe we might retrace back, or we might still move to the upside. Let's go to US oil. US oil. For some time now we could see markets moving back to the downside. I indicated this level to see if price would be able to reach to that level, and as you can see price reached to that level. So if it reached that level, what will be my perspective? Either we move to the downside taking out the fair value gap, or we retrace back to the upside, which is also confirming what I'm looking at on the weekly time frame. Who knows, it's Tuesday, maybe the markets can move energetically to the downside, taking out all this fair value gap. Then we took first higher time frame, what a buy side liquidity. Afterwards we dipped inside this fair value gap higher time frame. Then you could see we pulled back energetically into this fair value gap higher time frame. So for me, I would think maybe market would move back to the upside again, taking out this fair value gap from the market if we are bullish. But then if you are bearish, I would want to see markets take down from this side to the downside, taking out these liquidities from the market. Let me go to the daily time frame. So for the daily time frame, you could see I indicated some levels that should be tested. You could see on Friday, Monday, look at how market made its own. So as you can see, we have an energetic pull to the upside. Maybe market is changing direction, maybe market is doing its work to the upside, maybe we are just consolidating at that range, then we move to the downside. Either way, we want to see what market gives us before we show our hand. So as you can see from Monday, we were doing what a consolidation. At this point you could see market consolidated at this range. We entered into this level, then we moved to the downside, entering into this what fair value gap that I indicated in the higher time frame weekly. So maybe we might enter into this fair value gap. We are already inside this fair value gap. So the reactionary level of this fair value gap, what does it tell me? If you can look at the high and the low of this, we've already entered liquidity zone. we've already entered a point where it's a premium level. If we would consolidate to this level and move to the downside, which would be a sell scenario, we will take that position very well. On the 1 hour time frame, we could see not quite much, but we could see markets moved energetically. So anytime we see markets moving to the sell side, we could see it pull back very, very high. The volume at which it pulls to the downside is very, very high. So for now, I can see we are already in what a consolidate 18 points. Maybe we might break it to the upside or to the downside. Either way, if we change direction, I would want to see the reactionary level of all these setups. All right, which is a nice scenario too. Let me look at the 50-minute time frame. So for the 50-minute time frame, we could see what on Monday. This is a nice Monday, as you can see. On Monday, we opened Asian session opened at the highest level. Then we showed a low for Asian session. We broke through that Asian session. My ideal setup would be taking a point from here, then accumulating to this level Asian session, and I'm out of the market. But then what we can see so far is that market change its direction to the downside, which is the higher time frame bias, which is what a sell scenario. So as you can see, a sell scenario, market dipped inside, moved energetically to the downside after breaking the high of Asian session. Then we pulled back to the downside. We could see a same scenario. Look at on the daily time frame, the day open, market consolidated right over here, and market pulled back to the downside over here, afterwards reaching this level and manipulated to the downside. Anytime you want to see a sell scenario, the power of three, which is what we would have to see markets take out the daily time frame high. The daily time frame, if it is the high, they should take it out, then move to the low. But if it is a sell scenario, that is what I explained first. So as the buy scenario, we would want to see it take the low before moving to the highest point of the market. So far as we could see this range over here, we could say that market had done its job quite well. So on Tuesday, we could see what market giving us a consolidation move and all those stuffs. We could see what market Asian session opened. Then we waited for some time. Then this is not a quite attractive range to be taking profit at. Maybe you can a scalper can accumulate on that. That is what I'm actually learning to be a scalper. If you have any thoughts or any strategies you would like to share, please feel free in the comment section so that we would also engage with you. So that's for US oil. So for DXY, wow. So for DXY, we could see what market changing in each direction to the upside. We could see last week I showed a level of what markets making a consolidation, moving into this range, either taken out to the upside or to the downside. We could see what the same scenario I was talking about. That's what market came out, which is the daily time frame. We want to see if it is a sell scenario. We want to see market move to the upside and show its energetical move to the downside. Then we target the low. That's a simple scenario for the market. So for the XY, I don't see anything for now, but for US oil and US 30, we could see what US oil giving us a sell scenario and US 30 giving us a buy scenario. For now, we could see what market consolidating in what the XY, which is the dollar index. So for now, I would stick to looking at both the US 30 and US oil for now for the week. Um, so I would end over here. If anyone has any strategy that can help each other, any one of us, please share in the comments below, and even um, add a link or anything to it so that we could reference to it and get back to you if um, as an insightful um, link, or maybe there is a different perspective to it. So before I leave, I think that is that. Have a wonderful day, guys. Stay blessed. Peace.